Joseph DeQuis.
Now this is my son, Jean-Baptiste, and he's going to apply the gold leaf while we're talking. If it's ready, go ahead and start.
Well, that's awesome. We'll get to how he is applying the leaf and what he's applying the leaf to. Tim, if you would like to introduce yourself real quick.
Okay, my name's Tim Johnson. I'm the artist who made these bronzes. And the idea came up, I think it's been a couple of years now. We've been talking about not talking, working on it. And I live in the Principality of Saborga in Liguria, Italy. And it's right next to the French border. These were made in France, but Pete wanted these medallions to celebrate the Wagyu beef that the Eshelman family raises. And so we kicked around some ideas, and finally I came up with a clay positive, exactly what you see here, but it was made in clay. And so then I sent Pete the images, and he and Alice and Tim, they okayed them, and then made a few changes, and then okayed them again.
Well, that's usually how it goes, right?
That's how it, no, that's not usually how it goes. That's how this went.
I'm used to having a draft, then you adjust it, then you rewrite it. It's not like that with art.
Well, this is concrete stuff, and so when you make a change, you literally, it's not a thing you do on a computer, you literally have to change the image, the 3D. This is a 3D thing. It's low bas-relief, like a coin.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
I've done bas-relief, yeah, but I've never done a metal before.
And so are you happy with how it came out?
Yeah,
Obviously,
no, I
Pete's
think,
very happy. We love it.
Yeah, I think it came out very well. It was a difficult birth. So once you made, I had two, you see here, these images. I had to make them separately. This is the half-breed and this is the full Wagyu. I made these in clay. Then once they were okayed the first time, then I cast them in wax. I had to take them to the foundry, take the two clay medallions to the foundry in Pont-de-Loup, France. He made a mold of these, which you have in your possession, molded each one separately in wax. Then I came in, again, go to Pont-de-Loup again, and correct the waxes. Then we put them together, and I corrected them again, and came up with this one piece in wax. We have this in crystalline wax. Then he has to make yet another mold out of the one positive. So it has both sides. And this is made out of the rubber with a fiberglass casing all bolted together with the sprues. So when you pour the wax, the air goes out and you'll get bubbles, blah, blah, blah. So then we have these. We have 12 of these wax medallions like this. Then once he gets those cast, I go back to Pont-de-Loup again, and I have to correct each one and make sure that's good to go.
That's
to be
a lot
bronze.
of labor.
Oh, we aren't done. So then once he gets 12 of these approved, 13 actually, because one might screw up, so you always do an extra one. So we have 13 of these things, and then he casts them in bronze, and then I come in and look at them, and we decide on the patinas, which he does, and then I bring them back here. Now the bronze process, once you have this medallion in wax both sides like this, he has to sprue this up with tubes. Each one has to have wax tubes attached to it. So when you pour, when the wax goes out, you heat that mold. He has all these wax sprues. Then he puts refractory plaster around each and every one of these waste molds. There's going to be 13 molds. Then he turns that upside down, puts each mold in the oven, and he melts the wax out. and that leaves the hollow of this in refractory plaster. Refractory plaster will take the heat. And so then once he has that, then he puts it down in a sand pit, tamps it shut, and he pours the hot bronze into the mold until the molten metal starts to come up out of the sprues, then the pour is done. Repeat that 13 times.
Wow, how long does that take?
The actual process of pouring the bronze, I mean, they poured them all. Once they're all made, the molds are ready to go. He poured them all in an afternoon.
How long did it take until you got to that point?
About a year and a half.
You must be great friends with Pete.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done this for anybody else, I guarantee you. And so then he has to grind off where all the sprues were, grind it all off, and then do the patinas. And a patina is a process where he is heating this up with a torch and applying different chemicals, depending if you have, this is the brownish bronze patina, and this is the Vert degree, which is the traditional patina that you're going to see on George Washington or some Southern Confederate or whoever. And so then once we have the patina on, then I'm ready to take these back to the United States and call them okay. Until Pete gets the big idea, maybe we should put some gold leaf on them.
It's a good idea because they look wonderful.
They look wonderful, but it's a hell of a lot more work. And John Batiste is almost finished with this one. You want to show that to the camera, John Batiste? Mm-hmm. Hold that up.
That took 5 minutes.
It's not done.
He's getting very good. He's better than me at it now because I don't like doing this. I learned how to do it with my father, who was an artist as well. God rest his soul. And
that's the first layer.
Yeah, and then you'll have to have a touch-up. That's a really good one, though, first time around. And so then once you get this gold on, then you have to put a sealer on it, okay? Now, then we have to figure out how we're going to display this thing. And so what we decided on was a marble base, and then I cut grooves in it. And then we can place this medallion in here, but it has to have a little cushion here because we don't want to screw up the very thin and fragile, the patina that's on it. And so we have to put a little something in there to protect it. And that's basically it. Now, if you want, we'll go in the back and I'll show you where we're cutting all the marble bases. And now I'm going to take a chisel and knock out that gap. That should fit the medallion. This is the India source marble, kind of greenish.
Is there a difference in between thickness or kind of the way marble responds when you're chiseling it? Is some harder than other?
Yeah, but it's only a certain hardness. Some, I would say, some are softer. You know, like some of the Indiana local marbles you see in old graveyards around here. The white stuff is extremely grainy, and all the freeze and thaw action really wears it out very quickly. As you know, you see a granite marker, it doesn't budge.
Is that why you prefer getting it elsewhere?
Well, this isn't going to see winter, but no, this stuff I happen to have it laying around, and it'll look good with the bronze. That's all. And I have that peanut marble, which is more of a brownish red color. So we'll try some of that. I mean, you know, if you want to change footers, we can always do that.
Cool.
It's always marble. There's Carrera marble there, laying in the bushes. 3 pieces of it. Marble.
Just randomly laying in the bushes.
Well, I kind of put it there.
Right, well, thank you very much.
You're
and
welcome.
We will revisit when we put these beautiful medallions in our restaurant, and maybe we'll have a glass of wine.
I think we probably will.
Awesome, thank you very much.
You're welcome. There are only 10 here. There's 2 other ones someplace. I don't know what we did with all. But there are 8 numbered edition bronzes that were founded in Pont-de-Loup, France. And there are 4 artist proofs, APs. And that's a run of 12, and that's traditional worldwide. That's the limit of the signed run. Those are signed and numbered edition. And after that, you're not allowed to make anymore. They've been gilded. The heads have been gilded on either side. There's 2 different patinas.